Switchback. Good morning, Saskatchewan, and welcome to edition number 64 of the all-time Switchback list. This is also edition number 13 for this season, but just because it's 13, we don't want you to think it's unlucky. In fact, it's a very lucky show. I'm so confident of the luck, I've brought along my own rabbit's foot. As you can see right here, I brought along this rabbit's foot. In fact, to be extra lucky, I brought along the whole rabbit. Get that out of here. Okay, for all of our Ukrainian friends, we didn't have a chance to say Merry Christmas to you last week in Ukrainian, and, well, we won't this week either because I don't know how to say Merry Christmas in Ukrainian, but Merry Christmas to all of you folks. Now, this is going to be a very action-packed show today, so we want you folks to be very, very much ready to see what's happening, and we're going to do that right now.
I'd rather be home feeling good.
Whitney Houston kicks off with her thirsty hit, Saving All My Love for You. Brian and Tina turn out this year's top live performance with It's Only Love.
You see, King Charles has been well informed on the domestic background of Mr. and Mrs. 86.
It's double trouble as 86 impersonates royalty in this week's Get Smart.
As far as your neighbors are concerned, they'll think he's you.
Good. Then he can take out the garbage.
Olivia Newton-John comes back with her tough new hit, Toughen Up. And Wham revives the Motown sound with a bouncy tune, I'm Your Man. I know a lot of you people are wondering if Whitney Houston has a thirsty hit. No, it's a thrifty hit, saving all your love for me. Okay, we're obviously off to a thirsty morning. Just a sec here. Nothing like a cold glass of milk to help me get through the morning. Now, we want to say a happy birthday to Mary Ellen Smith out there in Milestone. Mary Ellen, hello, and the entire Smith family, no doubt, watching. They've watched every show, it says here. And Mary Ellen, you're 8 years old. You probably know that. Your birthday was Friday. Thanks a lot for the letter. We love to hear all your letters and have a very happy birthday. Now, also on our program this morning, we're going to go fencing with some of Saskatchewan's top fencers, a combination of the South Zone Junior Fencing Club and the Regina Rapiers. And I'm sure you'll get the point as they do their thing, and I'm pretty convinced I'm probably going to get the point also. Just to show you how excited we are about the fencers, we've brought along my best friend, the chicken. Now, this is one good-looking fencing critter right here. I'll tell you, look at that. So, the chicken is obviously going to be ready to do some fencing. We're also going to chat with Expo Ernie and update you folks on the contest, the Expo contest, and, of course, in updating you, you will be reminded you have a chance to win a trip to Vancouver this summer. Obviously, a very, very big contest. We'll have more information on that a little bit later on. Also, another installment of Weird Character, and actually, there's sort of two weird characters. You'll see what I mean on that in a little while. Now, 1985 was a big year for us at Switchback. It was also a very, very big year for Whitney Houston, someone who started out as a fashion model and all of a sudden found herself singing tunes and selling millions and millions of albums and doing very, very well. It's our first tune of the morning. It's her first tune to launch her career. This is Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You. Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Thank you very much, Whitney Houston, for a rather thirsty hit. Now, last week we launched probably the most humongous contest ever in Switchback history. It is a chance for you folks out there to win a trip to Expo 86 in Vancouver, which is not a bad idea at all. Now, it's a very special contest. We have a very special address, and we'll show you the address and detail the contest in just a little bit of time. Anyway, right now, I want to maybe see if we can get a hold of Expo Ernie and see if he can take a minute to talk to us. Hopefully, that'll all work out fine.
Hi, Bill. It's Ernie. Things sure are busy here in Vancouver. I understand it's really cold out there.
It's kind of cold.
Yeah, with those temperatures, I'd have to have an oil change if I was to come visit you today. So, Bill, tell me, have we got many entries for the contest yet?
Quite a few, Ernie.
Gee, I'd sure like to see some of those cards. Bill, have you got any to show me?
Yeah. How's this look?
Ooh, looks great. Gotta run. See you next week. Bye-bye, Bill.
Okay. Bye-bye, Ernie. Ernie, what a character, that guy. All right, as Ernie mentioned, we've got a lot of entries in already, and they're good-looking entries. Now, just to go over the contest for you folks, what you have to do is send us a greeting card that brags about Saskatchewan. It's rather simple. We got this one particular one here. Greetings to you. It's a nice design on the front. Inside it says, Saskatchewan is an absolutely gorgeous province. My favorite city is Regina. I hope that you will come and see Regina. And why we are doing this is all the greeting cards will be sent to Vancouver and then handed out to young people from all over the world who come to visit our pavilion. So you send a greeting to children, adults, anybody from Australia, Japan, China, wherever they may come from. Okay, all of the cards that we get will go to Vancouver and be handed out to somebody. Now, each week we're going to pull out 24, 25 winners who will win this Expo pin, as well as a small prize from the dairy producers. And then all of those entries go back into the drum. And at the end of the contest, middle of February, we'll pull out 4 lucky winners who will win a trip to Vancouver. That's a 3-day pass into Expo 86, plus airfare and accommodation. So a pretty big contest. Now, if you're still wondering what some of these greeting cards can look like, we're going to show you some examples. In fact, these are our winners from this week. Here they are. First one up, there's Jessica Christensen. This is Eva Dolasoy. Corinne Beamish is our third winner. Robert Filson. This one came to us from Shane Smith. Once again, these are all of our weekly winners. This is Crystal Grovestein, or Grovestein. This is Crystal Filson, probably Robert's brother. Mark Westrom sent us this greeting card. Jackie Bay, lovely tiger lily there. Michelle Leith sent us this greeting card. And Jason Humphreys sent us this one. Next winner is Carrie Potter, followed by Chris Rathwell and Jason Yesikow, Joshua Lear, Myra Cornish, James Curran, Tisha Stefanowski, James Rathwell, Cheryl Simpart, that's Margot Dyer. Next up we've got Melanie, followed by Jackie Beamish, and the regular viewer there, Kim Statler. And our last winner is another one from Jackie Beamish, which illustrates to all you folks that you have the chance to send in more than one greeting card. In fact, Jackie Beamish won twice this week. So we need hundreds and hundreds and thousands and millions of greeting cards. As I say, we'll pick 25 winners each week to win the lapel pin from Sask Expo Dairy Producers. And at the end of the contest, we'll pull out 4 brand new grand champions to win the trip to Vancouver. Now, what we need you folks to realize is inside of your greeting card, you will need to have your name, address, phone number, postal code, age, things like that. On the outside of the envelope, you will also need that. Now, I mentioned there's a special address for this contest, so when you get your greeting cards together, send it in to this address. The Expo 86 contest, care of the Dairy Producers, P.O. Box 560, Regina, Saskatchewan. And the postal code is S4P3A5. Keep in mind, that's a new address, a special address just for this contest. We'll give that to you later on in the program. Whew. All right, things are starting to pick up a little bit in here. We're going to be back in 2 minutes with a couple of really weird characters. Welcome back, Saskatchewan. Welcome to another edition of Weird Characters. Now, last week we asked you folks to write to us and tell us if you knew a weird character. Well, we looked through all the entries. We came up with somebody that we think had a pretty weird letter and, in fact, brought along a pretty weird character. Now, this young man's name is Corey McLaughlin. Now, Corey McLaughlin, in fact, doesn't look all that weird and, in fact, is not weird. Problem is, his grandma is weird, and that's her right there. Mrs. McDonald is the entry for our weird character, and Grandma McDonald, you're looking a tad bit weird already. Corey, first of all, let me ask you the question. Your grandma is a weird character, and why is she weird?
Because she can touch the end of her nose with her tongue.
She touches the end of her nose with her tongue. Okay, Grandma, I guess all of Saskatchewan is waiting to see you. Perhaps one of our most weird characters. Please, show us your talent. Come on, Grandma. Amazing. All right, everyone in Saskatchewan loves Grandma. All right, a strange and very weird thing you've done there, Grandma. Explain to us who your other friend there is, Grandma.
Oh, he's just a friend I bring along wherever I go.
Uh-huh.
Chico.
That's Chico?
Mm-hmm.
Is Chico...
He's my confidence builder.
All right. Can Chico touch his nose with his tongue? I don't want to see it. I'm sorry I mentioned that at all, Grandma. All right, Saskatchewan, there you go. Weird Characters, installment number 3. Corey, thank you very much for bringing along your grandma. She certainly is weird. You can hang on to the chicken there. Now, we're still looking for weird characters from you folks out there. So if you know a weird character, if you are a weird character, in fact, it doesn't have to be your grandma. It could be Chico or any other monkeys in your particular neighborhood. We're still looking for your weird characters. We're also looking for more and more entries for our video contest. Now, time is definitely running out. In fact, this Wednesday, January the 15th, is the deadline for our video contest. So if you're just putting the finishing touches on your video, we need them here in our possession by January the 15th. And we'll have a very, very special video show with lots of good rock videos and our homemade videos later on in the month. You'll be looking forward to seeing that probably as much as Corey and I are. Just nod, Corey. Very good, very good. Yes, we're all very much looking forward to that video contest. Okay, we're also looking for good news. If you folks out there have some good news that happened in your family, in your home, somewhere in your school, somewhere in your province, send us your good news. If we use your good news later on, that'll be the first show in February, then we'll be sending you a t-shirt. Now, if you have good news, if you have a video contest, or if you have a weird character, write those things down and send them to us. Here is our Switchback address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code is S4P4A1. Thanks again for being such weird characters, gang. All right, it's time out there to start off the first part of a two-part Get Smart. All right, this week's episode, Max looks almost exactly like King Charles of Caronia. Now, 99 isn't sure who 86 is, 86 isn't sure who 99 is. Anyway, it's confusing. This is it, To Sire with Love. Welcome back, Saskatchewan. As promised, we're here with members of the South Zone Junior Fencing Club and the Regina Rapiers. Our sort of spokesperson, I guess, today and head, like, sword guy is Dennis Wendell. Did I do that correctly?
Yes, you did, and thank you for inviting our club here.
Well, you're certainly welcome. Now, fencing is something that not a lot of people know about, but a lot of people have seen it, usually in old movies. And I guess for thousands of years, people have been fencing, more or less. I guess it was for real at one time.
Yes, I guess traditionally it started with cavemen and clubs. And as they invented metal, they learned to sharpen the clubs, and it evolved into modern foils, or swords.
Okay, so moving through about 6 ice ages, we're now up into metal clubs to hit one another. Now, it became a sport instead of actually trying to kill one another. They decided they'd come up with a system to determine, I guess, who was good at using these sharpened clubs.
Yes, back in, maybe the 15 or 1600s, it became a fairly modern sport, as opposed to how it used to be just, when two armies went at it with one another, attacked one another with foils and épées.
So now, as a sport, of course, you do it to get points and be declared the winner, as opposed to killing your opponent.
Yes, the modern fencing lasts about 5 minutes. And you attempt to hit your opponent with a mortal wound, that's with a point, 5 times before he hits you 5 times.
So first person to 5 essentially wins.
Yes, if you're killed 5 times, you lose.
Okay, like a little less than a cat's 9 lives. Okay, now if I was to begin fencing, this is some of the equipment that I would be wearing. Maybe you could just explain to us, basically, Dennis, what sort of things you would need for equipment.
Okay, we start with the shoes, and these are fencing shoes. You'll notice the additional rubber around the toe because you tend to roll over on your foot and you don't want the shoe to wear out. Also, you'll notice on the heel is an extra layer of rubber. So when you land, there's a cushioning effect. I have knee socks just to protect my legs, knickers because they provide a lot of freedom of movement, and a modern stretch nylon jacket. So I can move.
Okay, now you have like a stretch nylon jacket on. I also have one, but it's underneath this other extremely hot and tight-fitting thing. What is that?
Yes, under your stretch nylon jacket is a over your stretch nylon jacket is a silver lame vest, which registers target or off target. I hit on target, completes the circuit, and I think you have a wire coming out of your right hand or something like that.
How about you hold this for a little while?
Okay, I'll hold the mic.
There you go.
Okay.
Hold it really close to you.
Okay, the wire goes into the foil. Just plug it in. That's right. Yeah, it goes right into the foil. Push in and turn, and you're completing a circuit. And if you'll notice out your back, there's another wire, and this plugs into a reel, which in turn is plugged into the box. So when you hit somebody, a colored light goes on for on target, a white light for off target. On target is a vest, off target is a leg or a head or something like that.
Okay. Now one other thing. We need to buy 2 mics, Dennis. Sorry. One other thing now. To complete the circuit, a lot of people wonder if this is a foil. Is that what this is called? Whether or not these things are dangerous or whether they would hurt. Maybe you could just show us the end there.
I think this will describe that it's not very dangerous. And there's a little spring tip that goes down that's depressed. And if you want to hit me, just push. See? No damage. No damage.
Okay, and you could probably do wieners and marshmallows as well.
I tried that, but it gets the foils black, and then your opponent doesn't like it because the marshmallow wiener comes off on him.
It marks up their uniform.
Yes.
Okay, one last thing, I guess it's rather significant about fencing, is that helmet there. Maybe we can just get a quick look at that.
Okay. This is a mask. It's high-test steel, so it will absorb just about anything an opponent can throw at you.
Okay, throw that on my head there.
Okay. Here, get your chin in. Okay, how's that? Semi-comfortable?
I'm extremely happy with this.
Okay.
Okay, Dennis, maybe we'll step back and we'll actually watch some of the fencers fence, and you can describe to us what they're doing. And when the little box here goes off, we'll know that somebody has won or lost or been hit. Okay.
Okay, we start with 2 fencers, Doug and Keith, and the fellow in front of the electric box
Fencers ready?
is the president. He sorts out the action. As you can see, or you'll see momentarily,
Attack from my left, touche right, 1-0. Ready? Fence.
what had happened there. The fencer on the left made an attack. The fencer on the right didn't deflect the blade and got hit.
Ready?
The score is now 2-0. You notice each fencer
Call.
is trying to see an opportunity, a
Freeze
weakness in
fair.
their opponent, and make an attack.
3-0. Oh, was that on the right?
When an attack has been launched,
Target.
the other fencer is trying to deflect the blade with a parry
Ready?
and make a
Fence.
counterattack. I know it happens with the speed of light almost,
Attack, touche left,
but trust me,
2-1.
the fencers really know what's doing, and so does the president.
Oh. He attacks.
As I said before,
hits
the
flat,
bout goes up to
low.
5 hits.
Off target.
Off
then
targets
he
do not
hits,
count.
Doesn't count. Ready? Wait, fence. Call.
There we had a
Off
simultaneous
target
attack. Both
Ready? Wait,
Both
fence.
fencers attacked at the same time. No hit.
Call.
The fencer on my right made an
Two
attack.
lights.
On my left made a parry,
There
a
was
riposte,
an attack.
and then
parry,
the fencer initiated the attack continued.
Touche. Then you hit. Touche.
Maybe you could
forward.
describe for us, Dennis, what's the difference between a thrust, a parry? What do some of those terms mean?
Okay, a thrust is simply an attack with an extending arm. A parry is defending against that attack by deflecting the blade. Your steel hits their steel. And a riposte or counterattack is what you initiate after a person has made an attack and you've completed a parry.
Not in time. Touche left. 4-2. Ready? Ready. Fence.
The score is 4-2, sports fans.
Off target. Ready? Ready.
Off targets, no hit.
Now, I notice you can't just sort of slap the person with your foil. You actually have to have a
It
point.
must be a point thrust, that's right. There we had the fencer on my right made an attack.
Ready?
Oh, they both
Fence.
attacked together, no hit.
All.
one fencer must clearly make an attack before the other one.
And go in.
If
You
both
have to be
fencers
clear
attack
on
at the
your
same
attack.
time,
Ready?
nobody has
Fence.
right of way and there's no hit.
Okay, Dennis, I think maybe let's take a look at some of the younger
Attack,
fencers
no
now.
Parry, repulse, and then a counter. 2, 5. That's the foul.
Time out here, folks.
Okay, next two are coming up.
Let's get a couple of the maybe somewhat younger people in. Now, are there different age categories, Dennis? Is there...
Fencers begin about, when they're 10 or 11 years old. The main thing is when their hand is large enough to hold a foil. That's the important thing. And fencers continue on until they're 70 or even 80 years of age.
So, but you could have a 15-year-old fighting or fencing with a 50-year-old.
That's right, yeah. And I've seen the Canadian champion one year was about 61 years old. We had a Canadian champion. And another year the Canadian champion was 14 years old. So that gives you an idea of the range.
Okay, we've got a couple of other fencers here. Who are these people?
Okay.
This is Kathy
ready?
and Bob.
Fence.
Kathy's on the left, a little bit taller.
Yes, a little taller.
Coming in.
Women
Fence, you
fence.
don't have clear
In
attack.
fact, our club is made up about half women
Ready?
and half men.
Fence.
It's not a male-dominated sport at all. And in many cases, the women are better than the men.
That is off target
Sex
on
is not
the
that
arm.
much of a
Ready?
disadvantage in the sport.
How long would these people have been fencing since they started?
Ready?
They've both been fencing for about 2 years now. Fencing is, I guess, what you'd call a carryover sport.
Attack.
Usually you start, as I said, when you're 12 or 13, or maybe some don't begin until they're in university. And you can stay with it until, until you
Ready?
retire.
Fence.
The more years you fence,
Attack.
the more proficient you become at making the moves. You lose some of your speed and agility, but you become,
Right. 2.
as I said, more proficient at the moves you do have. And it makes up for your age.
It would seem like when you're just starting, Dennis, that you would lose all the time. It must be very difficult to start.
Yes, a person doesn't win a bout until the second year of fencing. And the only reason he does win a bout at that point is because he has come up against a first-year fencer who has never won a bout.
Well, obviously, experience is a very important factor.
It's very important. Yes, it is. Kathy now is her second year of fencing. She's winning her bouts.
Okay, let's get some of the, in fact, the youngest fencers you have there to come in. Okay, just a sec here, Mr. President. We would like to have a look at some of the even younger fencers. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Dennis, the score machine here keeps going off again. If it's the red and green, just differentiate the two fencers, and what does the white light mean?
White light means off target. I think when the two younger fencers come up, we could have them hit one another, and you can see the actual lights work.
Okay, let's have the two fencers come up here quite slowly and have a nice deliberate strike, and we'll watch that.
Okay, here we have Jason and
You
Kevin.
can hook them up there.
Yeah, we're getting hooked up
In front of
here.
your face, please.
Sometimes I've seen people fence with a covering on the floor, Dennis. Why is there no covering here today?
We usually fence on a copper piece, and the copper piece weighs about 300 pounds, and we really didn't bring it for that reason.
Okay. Does it help with traction?
All it does is prevents off targets. If one of these fencers were to hit the floor, Jason hit the floor. You see, it's off target, and the off target is the same as hitting his leg. A copper piece would prevent that. Now, Jason, if you hit your opponent right on the mouth, off target. Now hit him in the chest. Whoop. And you have a colored light. Okay, so that's all the scoring box does.
So only hitting the vest is a hit. Anything
That's right.
else is off target.
That's right. And only hits on the vest count.
Okay.
Okay, let's have a quick bout here.
Okay.
Fencers ready? Fence.
Now these fencers just started this year.
Out. Hit the floor. Ready? Fence. Out.
Okay.
Attack is off target. Ready? Fence. Out. Off target again. Back up, please. Ready? Fence. Out. Attack this way. 2's on my right. 1-0. Ready? Fence. Out.
Okay, Dennis.
To my right.
Thank you very much, you folks. I want to take just one really quick try at this, can I?
Please do.
Describe to me what I'm going to have to do here, Dennis.
Okay. First of all,
you be the coach.
Okay, I will be the coach. First of all, we need an opponent. Keith?
Are you going to hook him up?
Okay, first of all, take your mask off. We'll start with that. Okay, you begin by saluting your opponent. Just do like he did. Nope.
Oh.
With the foil. That's right. Good. And then you assume a ready position, which means your left foot points in that direction, and your right foot points at your opponent.
Okay.
And you stand, stick your chest out. Looks very impressive. Foil down. You don't want to threaten him. And then I say on guard. And you don your mask.
Mask is donned.
Yeah. You step ahead, so there's a foot between your legs,
Okay.
about a foot in distance. Squat like you're going to sit on a piano stool. Raise your right arm, point on your opponent's eyes, and your left arm, raise it behind you, and you look like a fencer. Now, if you wish to hit him, you extend the arm and lunge forward and hit him. Okay? And if he wishes to hit you, away you go. Okay? Now, begin fencing. Halt. Halt. You want me to preside? Good. Okay.
Do this quick.
Okay, ready? Fence. Halt. Attack was from my right against left. 1. Ready? Fence. Halt. Attack is from my right. Parry riposte against my right. 1, 1. Ready? Fence. Halt. Attack, parry, riposte against my left. 2.
Time out here. Time out here.
Did you see what happened?
I can't see a thing. I'm just getting beat up here. All right, we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back to talk to the fencers in just a second here. Let me try this again.
Okay. Fencers ready? Fence. Attack is from my right against my left. 4. Ready?
All right, some silly things that you can do with a sword. All right, Saskatchewan, if you're out there and you've got some questions on fencing, you can give us a call right now. Either Dennis will tell you the answer, or in fact, we could show you the answer. You know the phone numbers. They're the same ones we've had for 64 shows now. Okay, now what we were doing, Dennis, involved a foil as the type of weapon used. Maybe you could show us. There's different types of weapons, I understand.
Yes, there is. This is a foil, and it's the lightest of the 3 weapons.
Okay.
And the grip on this is what you call a pistol grip, in that it shapes or fits my hand.
Okay.
And with the foil, you're attempting to hit your opponent in the trunk of the body, inflict a mortal wound with the chest. And you can see the spring point on the end. And if you can depress that point, a light goes on, and you've hit your opponent.
Okay, what are the other ones now?
This is the épée, or a dueling sword. This is
An épée?
an épée. And with the épée,
Get a look at in the end of
okay, the entire opponent is the target. There are no off targets. You hit them on the toe, on the face, on the head, anywhere.
that. Oh, that's real
And you
friendly.
can feel the weapon does not bend as much. It's much stiffer, and the point is much harder to depress.
So if you can't hit him with here again, you still have to use the point,
You still have
but
to hit him
anywhere
with a
on the ball.
point.
I see.
Yeah. And finally, we have a saber. And this would be the weapon that Douglas Fairbanks would have used. And it's a cutting or slashing weapon. Just hold your hand out. And that's a cut. Or you can do it with a point thrust. No damage?
Yeah, well, maybe I'll give you a bit of that action yourself there, buddy boy. All right, thanks, Dennis. You can set
Okay.
those down. We'll see who's out there.
All right.
Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hi, this is Michelle from Saskatoon.
Hi, Michelle. You got a question on fencing?
Yeah, how many
How much does all that equipment cost?
Oh, a foil costs about $25. The epées and sabers are about the same price. The jacket I'm wearing costs about $60. The pants are about the same price. $50 would buy you a mask. If you want to learn to fence, you probably need about $100 worth of basic equipment. If you wish to compete, oh, it costs you maybe about $300 for equipment.
Okay. Thanks, Michelle.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to Switchback.
Hello, Bill.
Hi.
My name's Ricky Hawes from Fort Falls, Saskatchewan.
Okay, Ricky, got a question for us?
Yeah. How long have you been in it?
Oh, I started fencing when I was in university about 15 years ago. As I said before, many fencers start when they're about 12 or 13, or when their hand is big enough to hold a weapon. But because our club operates out of the university, many fencers, or many people aren't exposed to the sport until they're about 18 years of age.
Thanks for calling, Ricky. Have a good day out there in Fort Capel.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, our contest this week should be pretty easy if you've been paying attention, although it might be difficult because there's a couple of words in here that are unique spellings. Our question is, name the 3 types of weapons used in fencing. Write down the 3 types of weapons used in fencing that Dennis just showed us. Write that down and send it to us. Here is our Switchback address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code is S4P4A1. We all know the address. Thank you very much, Dennis, for coming in. Thanks a lot to all the fencers for being here.
I would like to give you a pin from the Saskatchewan Fencing Association in appreciation for having us out.
No problem.
Please wear it.
I'll put the pin on and maybe I won't get hit right where the pin is. All right, time now to get to Brian Adams and Tina Turner. It's Only Love. Thanks, Dennis.
Okay.
ladies. Professor Bill here, the man with all the answers. You know, you folks out there in Saskatchewan try to come up with some really tough questions from time to time. And Professor Bill, he's got the answers, you know, because us here at Switchback, we like to put you people in the know. Now, as an example, we've received some in the knows over the last few months, and they go, well, there's things like this. Kelly wrote in and said, I'd like to know why your tongue changes color when you eat cotton candy. I don't eat cotton candy. Professor Bill doesn't know all the answers, but he does his best. Tanya Statler, what came first, the chicken or Bill? Well, Bill, by about 15 minutes, as I recall. Here's one came in from Neil McConnell at the same time he sent in his Christmas ornament for our tree. Bill, how does gravity pull everything toward the Earth? Very, very slowly. Because, you know, we like to put you, Neil, in the know. Okay, it's worked twice. We're having a good time. We got another letter from Kathy Curran. She's got some great ones. Why can't I tickle myself? I don't know that one. I can... I can't tickle myself. Why is it that we scrub down and clean up? I don't know that one either. Why... Or here's a good one. Do germs get germs? Well, yes, they do. In fact, all of my germs are home right now sick. Now, you know, Professor Bill may not know everything, but he owes most of his knowledge to inventors around the world that come up with all these amazing ideas. Now, you'll see what I mean here in a minute, because Kim Statler had some questions on contact lenses. And, well, I felt that it was very appropriate to put you people in the know by showing you about contact lenses. There's a difference between lenses, contact lenses, and glasses. And Kim Statler, we here at Switchback are going to put you in the know right now. These baby blues of mine might look really good, but they don't see all that well. Not without some help, that is. I've been wearing glasses since I was 8 years old, and in fact, I feel naked without them. Without these glasses, my world looks like this. These days, more and more people are losing their glasses in favor of contact lenses. Contact lenses are lighter, they're better in sports, and, well, in the TV game, your fans expect it. We're here at Viva Optical talking to Vivian Reed, who is a contact lens technician, because Kim Statler wanted to know how come little tiny contact lenses can do the same job as these big glasses. Well, Kim, time to open your eyes and put you in the know. Hi, Vivian. How are you today?
Oh, just fine, Bill.
Now, we've all heard the expression 20/20 vision. What exactly does that mean?
20/20 is normal vision, and if you can see something or an object at 20 feet, then you're, classified as having normal vision.
Now, some people, like me, for example, do not have 20/20 vision. What are some of the common problems people might have with their vision?
Myopia or nearsightedness is where someone is able to see at near, however, they're not able to see in the distance. Hyperopia or farsightedness is where the distance is clear and the near is blurred. And astigmatism is where you can have a combination of blurred distance and blurred near.
Well, how do corrective lenses, either glasses or contact lenses, help these problems?
If you're experiencing a problem, obviously that means that the lens of your own eye is not adequate. So therefore, the lens of your own eye plus a corrective lens will help you give that proper vision that you're striving for.
Well, if both glasses and contact lenses do the same job, why is it glasses such as these are so much larger than contact lenses?
Well, they have to be constructed this way, Bill, because they naturally rest on your face, whereas contact lenses will rest on your eye, and they have to be made much smaller, as you can tell, because of the opening of your eyes.
Well, if these glasses are a lot larger because they have to fit away from your face, why is it that they're also a lot thicker than contact lenses, which are very thin?
Okay, Bill, if you just look at this frame, you can see that the eye size here is quite large. So if you, in fact, had a smaller eyeglass frame, that would decrease the thickness of those lenses once again. And if you'll compare that, the glasses compared to the contact lens, they're much smaller. So thickness really depends on how large the eye size is.
Even among contact lenses, there are different kinds of contacts. What are the different kinds?
There's hard lenses, which are usually made of a more rigid type of material, and There are soft lenses which are made from plastics and water, and that's why they're made soft or called soft lenses, because they're very flexible and very pliable.
Why would someone pick hard or soft?
Hard lenses tend to last longer, number one. Number two, they are maybe perhaps a little easier to maintain. And in some areas, they actually give you better vision if you should have a lot of astigmatism or irregularity to your cornea. Soft lenses are easy to adapt to. They can be worn part-time, and they tend to be somewhat more stable than hard lenses. So if you're active in sports, that sort of thing, you might find a soft lens might work a little better for you.
Oh, I see.
That's my job, Bill.
Well, there you go, Kim. A simple but important part of thousands of people's lives, including myself. You know, I've often been considered a man of vision, and now you know why. Contact lenses have made my world a whole lot clearer. So, Kim Statler, you're in the know.
How are you doing, Bill?
Oh, no. Oh, no. My contacts. Where are they? Oh, no. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. I can't see anything. Somebody help me. Can you guys help me? Kim Stadler, can you help me? Where's Bob? I'll kill that guy. Where are they at? I need some help here. Oh, there they are. That's better. All right, Kim Stadler, we put you in the know, and because we did that and you sent it in, we're going to send you this book, David Suzuki's book, Looking at Plants. That'll put you in the know on plants. Now, if you folks are out there and you've got some other ideas and questions that you need answered, we'll try to put you in the know. If we use your answers, your questions, we'll come up with the answers, we'll give you this book. Here is where you send them at our normal Switchback address, Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, S4P4A1. Now I have a question for you. What has 4 names and a hyphen? Olivia Newton-John. This is her latest Toughen Up.
He's the kind that takes a lot of least resistance. In this situation, Cupid needs assistance. Yeah.
I really believe in the products I represent. I mean, I use them myself. I think my clients respect that. First thing I do when I get a break is grab a Mars bar. It tastes so good at the end of the day.
Mars bar has the goodness of milk, corn and cane sugars, and a thick, thick chocolatey coating. You get tremendous value in a big, big Mars bar.
A Mars bar a day at work, rest, and play.
Springcrest custom draperies are designed for perfectionists. This washable spring pleater forms draperies with soft rounded pleats, always evenly spaced from rod to floor. Wooden rods are custom built in the workshop, and sewing is done on the premises, assuring strict quality control. Visit their showroom soon for courteous professional help choosing from hundreds of samples. Springcrest offers complete service anywhere in southern Saskatchewan. 9.9% financing, no down payment on approved credit. Visit their showroom soon.
Ahoy, mateys. The time has come to drop anchor at the Blues Schooner, and
It's the time of your life. Okay, just chatting with a new buddy of mine, Chris here. You know, folks, Maxwell Smart looks a lot like King Charles of Caronia. Let's now get to the conclusion of that particular episode. Time now for George Michael of Wham! And... All right, there we go. Thank you very much, George Michael, and your friend, Andrew, is apparently his name. Just about out of time, gang. Let's review our contest for this week. There's two of them. First of all, we want to know the name of the 3 weapons used in fencing. Write down the name of the 3 weapons used in fencing. Send it to us. Here is our Switchback address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina, and the postal code, everyone knows it, is S4P 4A1. Also, our Expo 86 contest, a chance for you to win a trip to Vancouver. All right, send us a greeting card to this address. Different address for the Expo contest. Expo 86 contest, Dairy Producers, P.O. Box 560, Regina, Saskatchewan, S4P 3A5. Next week, snakes and model airplanes. Makes sense to me. Have a great week. See you later, Saskatchewan.
This is CBC Television.